This is CHS TV News.
Good morning, Cathedral, and Happy New Year. I'm Brian with your morning announcements for Monday, January 9th. Let's start off the show with a message from Mr. Daly.
Good morning, Cathedral, and welcome back. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you had a good Christmas and New Year's break, and we had that somewhat unsurprising snow day on that last Friday, which added a little bit to it. So I know depending on your situation in life, things can be very difficult over the break. I remember very clearly when I was a vice principal talking to one of my favorite students ever, who I'm still in touch with, telling me how difficult the 2 weeks was for him. And then for other people, I know the break can be a great time. But one way or the other, we're all back here today, and we're all grateful to be part of this great Catholic school community. And I can't help but reflect, I'm so grateful to work in the position that I have, which is a job I aimed for my whole life. And I'm also grateful to work at Cathedral High School. And I was just thinking to say to you students, like, I love vacations. No one loves them more than me. But thank God I come back to a job that I like, that a job where I think I do try to help people, and a job that I aimed for and worked for. And I hope, students, you think to yourself, you know, during the time you're in high school, that you will do the best you can to set yourself up for a life where you can get a job that you like, and you can get, a fulfilling career. And the best way you can put yourself in that position is to do your best while you're at school. And I'm confident that if you do your best here at Cathedral, you'll be supported. So again, I wish all of God's blessings on all of us in 2023, and we're all grateful to be here. I want to quickly thank the cleaning staff for their work over the break. I popped in last Friday, and they were still working really hard, and the school's in great condition. So students, again, this is our home. We did have some trouble in the fall with some vandalism and people not taking care of things. The place has been cleaned up nicely. It is our home, so make sure you're taking care of your own garbage, and make sure you're encouraging everyone to keep the place in the good shape that it's in right now. And it's always a good time at the beginning of the year to establish good habits. I know that when I get into a good habit of waking up at a good time of day, maybe getting my dress clothes ready the night before, making sure I do whatever I got to do, maybe for you students, you're doing your homework first thing when you get home, or whatever your habits could be. The new year is always a good time to start new habits. So I encourage you, if you haven't already, think about what your best practice would be, students and staff for that matter, and try to put them into play, because I think if you can do them for the first 3 or 4 weeks of January, I find if I do that in my own life, those good habits will stick with me through the semester. And I find if I get off to a bad start when I get back to school, I have a hard time getting back on track. So I really encourage you all, students and staff, to get into good habits. Now, by my tally, there are 13 school days until exams. Exams start on Thursday, January the 26th, and including the 2 weeks, so 5 days this week, 5 days next week, and 3 after that. So students, there's no time for, misbehavior. There should be no time for fooling around. There should be no time. Make sure Mr. Tribuco is double-checking that. Double-check that, sir. I had Brian, our anchor today. We're doing the math on that, but it's 13 school days. So again, this time of year, students, is not the time to be messing around with lates, to be pushing the uniform policy. We should all be, staff and students, we should all be under a little bit of stress in terms of trying to get everything done. And you've got 13 more school days in this semester before your exams. So do the very, very best you can. And students, communicate with your teachers. You can make up for a lot of work you should have done before the break in those last 13 days. So I know if you do your best and you communicate with your teachers, that the teachers and support staff here will help you. So 13 school days, no time for suspensions, No time for lates or uniform violations or misbehaviors. You should be entirely focused on your academics. I know we've got a couple more weeks of sports before our exam break, but again, do your best, communicate with your teachers, and again, I know our teachers and support staff will work hard for you. I have bad news for the department heads. We won't be able to have our department heads meeting tomorrow. I'll be communicating with you, walking around, and I wish you again all of God's blessings to you and your families in 2023. And again, students, encourage you in the strongest way I can to do the very best you can this whole year, but especially in the 13 days wrapping up semester 2. Have a great day and week, everyone, and I'm turning it back to the anchor.
Thanks, sir. The junior boys basketball team will practice today at 3:15. Please let the coaches know if you will not be attending. And there's a senior girls volleyball practice today at 4:45. Thanks from Mr. Parker. Grade 12s are reminded that university applications for equal consideration are due this Thursday, January the 12th. See Mrs. Verazo in guidance if you have any questions. And those are all of your announcements for today, Cathedral. Happy birthday goes out to Dakota Sorolo Nil from all your friends. Have a great day, girls, and thanks for watching.